Alrighty, everybody. So, oh, it's been quite a long time since I did a movie review on my backup channel, Miss Dark Shigo. And this movie today we are going to be talking about is a zombie comedy film from 2004. And this movie is called Shaun of the Dead. Now, most people I have talked to have seen it, and they said, it's a funny movie, it's really good. And this takes place in London, which is a city in the UK. So this film has Simon Pegg, who plays as Shaun, and Nick Frost, who plays as Ed in this film. So basically, this film was inspired by ideas by Pegg and Wright used for their 1999 and 2001 television sitcom called Spaced, which I've never heard or seen, but I'll have to consider looking at it. And basically, the film references to the Night of the Living Dead films by George A. Romero. And of course, the filming for this movie took place in May and June of 2003. So this film was released in 2004. So I definitely do need to sit here and say is that basically this film is just a really good zombie movie. I mean, it's a really great film for anybody who's, never seen it or for those who want a good laugh. So I'm going to talk about the plot of this movie. So basically, almost a 30-year-old Shaun gets disrespected by his colleagues and does not get along with his stepfather Philip, and he ends up getting dumped by his girlfriend after he promises to improve himself but is unsuccessful. So basically, he was heartbroken, but he was living with his slacker best friend Ed. So of course, Shaun and Ed's roommate Pete complains of a bite wound, but he also complains about Ed, being a lazy ass and stuff. So then the following day, the zombie apocalypse happens in London, and Shaun and Ed did not notice until they encounter two zombies in their garden. So basically, they they end up going to Shaun's mother Barbara's house, and then they go to Liz's flat. So for those of you guys who don't know what a flat is, it's a British term for apartment. Because yeah, there are a lot of things that there are certain words that in the UK use, you know, that is different from you know us Americans. So of course, Shaun and his group decided end up going well, they didn't decide, but they end up going to the Winchester, and they end up holding up there until the British Army arrives, who guns the army down. Of course, 6 months have passed, and the ending is basically Shaun and Liz have been living together, and Shaun keeps a zombified Ed chained up in his garden shed. So honestly, this is a really good movie. I mean, it's a pretty funny one. I mean, it's got really good actors and actresses. The film is just fantastic. I mean, if you're looking for a good zombie film, then I highly recommend looking at this one. I remember I reviewed this for Shadows and Pretties, so if you guys want to watch that on my main channel, you're more than welcome to do so. I reviewed that during the global pandemic. But the fact of this movie was just flat out amazing. I personally really enjoy this film. It's a really good movie. I mean, when I first saw this, I was like, wow, this movie is just so good, especially for something that was made in 2004. And it's been over 20 years since this film was made. Yeah, there are scenes where it's gore, where there's scenes where, there's gore in there and there's blood, but you expect to get that in a zombie film, which of course you do when it comes to zombie films. And the acting is just amazing, and it's really good. And I mean, it's pretty funny too. Like, this film was just hilariously funny. Because I remember I watched this on DVD when I was like 12. I think it was sometime back in late 2010 or early 2011. It was just amazing. Like, this was definitely one of the best films that I've ever seen. It's just a really good zombie film. I mean, it's pretty amazing thing to see, you know. There's other zombie comedy films that I personally enjoyed, but Shaun of the Dead is definitely one of them. I can definitely say that. Shaun of the Dead is definitely one of them up there. I definitely do love the acting. I think Simon Pegg did a really good job. He's pretty funny too. The same with Nick Frost and other actors that were in there as well. They all played pretty good characters, and it's just really amazing. So, I really wish this movie got a sequel, but like I said, I mean, some movies don't deserve a sequel. Like, and sometimes it's better that way in this sense, but the only time we can maybe make a sequel to this is in fan fiction, but that's literally all we can really do. But I really do not know if they ever will plan to remake Shaun of the Dead. I mean, maybe someone might consider maybe remaking the film maybe in the future, but we really don't know if that will be the case or not because you never know with today's generation. Like, they pretty much, remake movies and stuff like that. So I can understand, not everybody likes remakes, but some remakes are good, I will say, but some of them do deserve to be critiqued in an own special way. This film, I can recommend anyone as good zombie film. This film is just as good as the first two Zombieland movies, which, by the way, I will have to review those in the near future. So, I mean, those two movies are pretty good, even though those movies, came out, 10 years apart, which I don't understand why to this day. And I'm thinking I'm going to be questioning that myself for as long as I live, honestly. But those two are pretty good zombie films. This film is just amazing. I mean, the zombie deaths are really good. It reminds me of the George A. Romero films, one of those, zombie films from that time era, which I really do like George A. Romero's films. They're just amazing. But I really definitely have to say the writing for this is just fantastic. And I actually do have this on DVD, but it is in storage right now, so I don't know where it actually is. But if I ever do find it again, I think I will have to watch this film again because this film is just amazing. So, I guess with that being the case, and with that being said, I'm just going to sit here and get up to our score. And that was Shaun of the Dead. I give this movie 10 out of 10 stars. It's a great film. It's funny, it's amazing. I really like that it's taken place in the UK because most zombie films take place, in the US. So the fact that this movie takes place in the UK and that the zombie apocalypse takes place in the UK, not in the US this time, is just fantastic. I mean, most of these zombie films, take place in the USA, but this was obviously a really great change, and it obviously really helps out with the flow and everything like that. It's just really, really, really amazing on what people can actually do. And, the actors did a really good job. I think this film is really funny, and it is funny, to be honest. And I mean, if anybody comes on here and says they've not seen this movie, I am going to recommend that they check out this movie if they haven't. It's just a really great film. It's funny, it's hilarious. I mean, anybody who's a zombie fan like myself will really enjoy this film. Now, I do know there's clips of this film you could find on YouTube, and this film is just really, it's just a really good film. Like, I would call this like maybe a classic because there hadn't been no parodies of, films that, well, I mean, there was a Shaun of the Dead parody on Phineas and Ferb, if you remember that cartoon they referenced the Shaun of the Dead movie, which I thought that was pretty good and pretty funny, to be honest. But this film is just flat out amazing. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys have not seen this movie, then I recommend you guys go watch it if you're a zombie fan. So, as always, with that being said, what did you guys personally think of this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what you have done personally help make this movie a lot better. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm Miss Dark Shigo. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you're new to my channel, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to any uploads. That way you guys will not miss an upload. As always, I will be seeing you all in the next video. I'm not sure when I will do another movie review, but hopefully in the near future. So there's that. And as always, I guess with that being said and that being the case, I will be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out.